Kaza the Don, and we are back with another sneaker review video. If you guys are new here, drop that like and subscribe for your boy, as it does greatly help me out all the way to the end. We're on the way to 200 subs by the end of the year, so if we can surpass it, then hey, let it be done. But without further ado, we're going to be taking an early look at a pair of shoes that isn't set to release for another 2 months. So let's jump right into it with the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement.
I'm getting high again. I'm getting high again. I'm getting high again. I'm getting high again.
Now, jumping into the shoe, we're just going to take a look at the details of the shoe. Then we're going to take a look at some comparisons from the 2018 pair. I don't have a pair with me personally in hand to actually do the comparison and whatnot, but we are going to be taking a look at some picks, like I said. Then we'll go over my final thoughts along with the prices. Then I'll hit y'all with an on foot at the end of the video. Jumping right into it. Now that I finally have these in hand, I would like to say that these are probably no doubt going to be one of my favorite pair of shoes of 2024. I know we still have a few months to go. We got hella shoes dropping for the end of the year, but this is a shoe that I didn't get a chance to get in 2018, unfortunately. And then I was looking for the 2018s on eBay a few months ago, and prices were just up there, man, for like, because I wear a size 9, so even for size 9s, they were just up there. So I was like, let me sit on it, let me think on it. And then we ended up getting news that the 2024 release was coming. So then I was like, oh, well, good thing I ain't even got them yet, you know what I mean? So I went ahead and just waited a little bit, and I hit my homeboy up. He said he had some pairs early from overseas, so he got his from a retail shop from overseas, so I was able to get my pair from him. Very, very thankful. Now, I will be getting a pair when they actually release on November 23rd, I believe, but you never know. They might move the date back a couple days, because that is somewhere around Thanksgiving. So I'll get a retail pair from the store when they actually release, and then I'll basically do a retail versus retail comparison. Because with these being like mass produced and like a GR colorway, one thing that you guys do have to understand is that these are going to come with QC issues. You know, as far as the elephant print, one shoe being a little bit more tumbled leather than the other shoe is gonna happen because they are putting out these shoes a hell of a lot more than they used to. They used to make these somewhat limited, so with like I said, the mass production of these coming, so like basically everybody can get their hands on a pair. We are going to see a tad bit more QC issues just as far as like simple, you know, qualities in the shoe and whatnot. But like I said, without further ado, we're going to touch on the details first. Now, starting out with the shoe, we do have this smooth tumble leather right here that basically complements the whole upper part of the shoe. Like I said, it is going to be a smooth tumble leather. You can see that it's still tumbled. Now, this is a different tumble leather than, like I said, on the 2018 pair, and that is going to be what kind of makes it and breaks it for some people, because they're saying that this is like a cheaper leather and all that. But if you look at OG pictures, they never had that super, you know, that real grainy tumble leather on the OG3s. They always had smooth tumble leather on the OG3s. So for me, being that they were trying to get close to the OG, you know, mock-up, I'm somebody that actually appreciates that. Plus, I think that, you know, it'll probably make the shoe a little bit more comfortable because I've heard some different reviews as far as the 2018. Some people said that they kind of feel like bricks because the overall mold of the 2018 is a little bit, it's a tad bit more bulky than these. These are a more of a slick type of model. Like I said, the OGs were a slick model, so that's, you know, like I said, what they were trying to get close to. Basically, like I said, we have this smooth, tumbled leather that complements the upper part. Then you also have this black leather right here. It's just a smoother leather than this black tumble leather. And then coming down to the midsole, of course, we have the elephant print, but you have this black and white that just switches, complements the midsole. Now, this elephant print is a lighter elephant print than the 2018. It is a low vibe right here. Going all the way around, you will see some imperfections as it kind of takes a little dip, then it comes back down. That's where you will see a little bit of a dip, then it comes back down. So that's what I was mainly saying about the QC issues as far as, you know, certain pairs. I've seen some pairs, I'll put it up here too. One pair came with like a real low elephant print, and then the other pair had, you know, the elephant print was like a tad bit higher. So, you know, with these QC pairs coming with this mass production, just keep that in mind, like I said. But it is going to be a lighter elephant print. So I do like the lighter elephant print on the Air Jordan 3s. I'm not really too big of a fan when we look at the real like deep, like dark print elephant print on the 3s. I'm not really like a huge fan of it. Because with that being said, I've never really owned too many of like the older 3s with that real gradient elephant print. I just never really had too many of them. I was more of like a 4s person, even though my first pair of retros was a retro 3. Because I do like 3s. I like them a lot. I've grown to like them a lot, just like I like the 4s. But back then when I was first getting into them, I wasn't really like, you know, super just like attracted to them like that. But with this clear midsole down here, you will have the 2 AirPods. Now, I do believe with the size 12s, yeah, size 12 and up, you should have 3 AirPods right here. Now, below that, you should only see 2. If you're size 12 and up, you should see 3. If you don't see 3, it could be a QC issue, but then that could also be a sign that your pair is fake. So I would just, you know, watch out for that. And then coming down to the bottom of the shoe, you have the usual white and gray, just like the 2018 pair, Nike on the bottom, red pod area right here, white areas for the complements. You have a Nike Air on the back, looking real nice. And then you do have the difference with the 2018 pair. This part right here, the back heel part, it is a tad bit higher. That's, you know, how the OGs were. The 2018 pair, this black pull tab piece right here is going to be a tad bit higher. So that's going to be another difference with the 2018 pair. But overall, you know, it's a well put together shoe. I love these. You got the left shoe right here with the hang tag. So that does come on one of the shoes. Should come on the left shoe. It should. And then you get the Air Jordan 3 retro card as well. Now, with the comparison pics, first, we're just going to take a look at this gradient, this real grainy tumble leather that people are like comparing a lot when they see these. Now, for me, I'm not too much of like a big stickler as far as like the tumble leather. I actually, like I said, I like the smooth tumble leather on these actually a little bit more. I'm not, you know, I don't mind the super grainy tumble leather, but I'm not like, you know, like I said, I'm not a huge stickler for it that's going to like, you know, point the shoe for it or anything like that. That is a big difference. That is kind of like I said, it's swaying a lot of people from making that decision on whether they actually want these or whether they're still good with their 2018 pairs. But then at the end of the day, you're also going to have those people that are still going to get the shoe just because it's a Black Cement 3 and they're a sneakerhead, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's going to be two different crowds for this release. You know, you're going to have the people that are getting the shoe just because they got to complete their collection. And then some people, like I said, they are genuinely going to like the shoe more than the 2018 pair. Diving into the elephant print, like I said, here's one picture where, like I said, the elephant print on one shoe is a tad bit lower, and then you look at the other shoe, it's a tad bit higher. It can vary from shoe to shoe, but for the most part, the main aim is to have the elephant print around this height. That is the main aim, and, you know, to keep it around this height or even make it a little bit shorter. So, like I said, for like big lump sums, when the general release actually drops on November 23rd, we're going to be seeing a lot of pairs that have, you know, the elephant print that looks very similar to certain pairs, and then you're gonna have some pairs, you know, even the sizes can dictate some differences between some elements of the shoe as far as just like material wise and how things are like put together with that, you know, particular pair. So that's another thing to keep in mind. But yeah, I mean, two controversial things about this release are definitely the tumble leather and then the elephant print. Like I said, I'm not a huge stickler for like, you know, trying to be real picky about certain stuff. I like the fact that they're going closer to the OG mock-up. So that's one thing that I appreciate about the shoe overall. And I feel like that's one thing that really keeps me drawn to like the newer releases that they're doing right now. Because I do want a collection that, you know, kind of reigns with more of like an OG feel, you know what I'm saying, an OG-esque feel. So when I get older, you know, my kids see my collection, they're gonna be like, oh, those are so cool, those are so hard, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I really want them, you know, to go back to that OG feel when they put these shoes out, you know what I mean? All right, now before we hop into the final thoughts, prices, and then the on-foot review, I did forget to show you guys the edge of the box. This is going to be the only difference with the Black Cements coming out in 2024. There will be a Nike Air instead of the Jumpman Air that we saw on the 2018 pair. So do keep that in mind. Now, diving into my final thoughts, like I said, I absolutely love this shoe. I love everything about it. The Nike Air, the leather, the elephant print, the shape of the shoe, the sleekness of it. I definitely love this shoe. I know a lot of, you know, real sneakerheads out there, they're going to, like I said, they're going to cop the shoe anyway, but a lot of just like real sneaker lovers, I feel like, are going to go out and cop the shoe with a real purpose, just like me. So let me know down in the comments though what you guys personally think about these. I know some people will have their other opinions and whatnot, but it's cool for everybody to have their own opinion. That's perfectly fine. I'm just sharing you guys my personal opinions. I absolutely love this shoe. Now, as far as prices, I'll just say, even with like early market right now, it's really not that bad. I would say the smaller size range, you're going to see anywhere between 3, maybe 4s, like high 4s, maybe even low 5s, just depending on, you know, the size, how further up you go. Now, with the bigger sizes, of course, we're going to be automatically seeing like 5s and 6s, you know what I'm saying, 500, 600. You know, for 11s, 12s, 13s, and whatnot. But yeah, prices shouldn't even be that bad as far as like resale and like early market, because like I said, these are going to be mass produced, just like the Military Blues and the Reimagined 3s too. So it should be fairly easy for everybody to get their hands on these. You shouldn't have to jump through hoops and do all this extra stuff with raffles and all that stuff. It shouldn't even be that bad. Everybody should get a fair chance to get their hands on this pair of shoes. Now, with that being said, what is the retail price going to be? Like $210 or $220? I believe it might be $220. I'll correct myself down in the comments and I'll pin it to you guys once I do a little double check. I'm going to wrap it up with that. I'm going to give you guys an on-foot segment. And then, like I said, you guys just let me know what you think about this 2024 release. I will see you guys in the next sneaker video. You guys take care.
I'm getting high again. 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 Gotta take your time with this shit. I like syrup, I like Sprite. I like stay up out the mix. And you stab me in my bed. Nah, I don't wanna be your friend. I got codeine in my backpack. I'm getting high again. I've been down bad on my ass. I really grew up in a trap. Hoe open the Sprite on crib as fuck. Hoe open the coke in my cup black. They say it's love, but that shit fake. When I was 8, I said it'd be great. I'm on the walls, but I don't skate. I pour at 8 and I feel great. I smell so hot, it gets so loud. I'm so hot, I can't come down. Ain't got no drugs and I might front and break you too. Get high again. I'm getting high again. I'm getting high again. I'm getting high. All I say is sell RX. She screaming, she just want my flesh. I'm in Issy, baby, pleaded up, I'm fresh. And I want FaceTime, I don't wanna text. I'm getting high again.